What I have here is a 2014 Trail King TK80 model trailer with a flip axle. Comes as a set. The trailer has 17.5-inch low profile tires. I would say about 80%. Some of them are new ones. Most are 80. I had a tire blowout, so I had to put a new tire. The trailer was scaled and painted this summer of 2023. The trailer has no rust, no holes, no dents. As you can see, this is where the trailer meets together. There's no sag. The trailer is 100% straight. There's no dents or bends or anything. I have never hit a curb with it. I'm the second owner. Apparently the previous owner didn't either. Did not belly it out. As you can see, there is no sanded edges. The trailer is 100% functional. It looks great. It rides great. Stretches to 60 foot with no issues. I'll show you a video here in a little bit once it's stretched out. I've got a couple of these places opened up for chains, binders. Keep my binders in here. This is a narrow mechanical gooseneck with a 24-inch extension to this neck, flip extension. The trailer has two ride heights on the brackets here, and it also has 5 ride heights on the neck, so you can ride it as low as you need to or bring it up. Basically what you do is you loosen these bolts, disconnect, and then just set the right height with this lever that you need, and just connect back up, and then you'll have your right height. The trailer rides at 21 inches empty, and about, depending how heavy you are, it rides at about 17. I would say, if a safe bet to say, would be 18 inches off the ground to the top of the deck. If you're stretched out, the deck is 60 foot in the bottom, in the well, 60 foot in the well, so you can put a stretch load in here up to 60 foot. As you understand, at that stretched out length, the load either has to be light or self-supporting, so you cannot put 40 ton in here stretched out in the middle or something like that. That's just not how it works. This is your manual ride height. You got your glad hands here for the flip. The flip axle comes with shims that you can put in here. I had these machine shop cut these out with a water jet and made these things where it'll be easy to flip. And it also, at this level, it can support the full weight of your trailer, so you can ride it without shims. But if you was to wanting to change your angle, all you'd have to do is pull these pins out and then just put your shims in here, and it'll be just like the way the factory has it. This is something I had this done while I owned it. It has a full set of, on the trailer and on the flip, has the amber flashing lights. Also, there's a 360 light here. On the East Coast, Tennessee gets in you on that case on that, so I have that on there. It's wired with your regular amber lights, so once you flip them on, that light comes on too. The tires are, they have the inflation system including on the flip. Has this space here for your excavator booms and stuff, so you can bring your excavator back further. The deck height on the back here is 30 inches, so it's practically the same height as a low pro step deck. I have hauled like a vessel or a square frame sitting on the back deck, and I just put the railroad ties to even this out, and I hauled 78-foot long vessel on top of here before. Obviously, as long as basically, if a step deck can do it, this trailer can do it also on the height. Also works really nice with military equipment or a bus or a truck. You can literally back up a vehicle in the back here, and usually the back bumper will clear this back deck. That works pretty beautiful on that bend. The trailer has flip outriggers here. Everything's painted nice. Used epoxy paint. The wood is treated. The wood is not new, but it's in good condition. There's no breaks anywhere. There was a couple places where I had to repair over the years here, but it's nice. The beams are also in good shape. We had them scaled with a scaling tool, and then, not that they had a lot of rust or anything, but this trailer did not have much rust, but I wanted to keep it that way, so we had that painted. Has epoxy primer underneath and black primer, not black, epoxy paint on top. And so basically from the factory, this was a trailer that has air connections every 6 foot or so. Air connections and your air light connection. So what you would do is you stretch it out, and then you would connect hose right here and then to your nearest spot. And that's how you'd supply air and lights. Well, I actually had installed, so you can still use this system if you wanted to, but I installed a track system, which is also on a quick connect. Had to go in here, run in here, and this track right here goes to the back deck. And connects back in here. I put out these connections here, but you can use either one of the connections if you needed to. Obviously this is real nice here. This is an aluminum cover over the track here. This is where it goes up to here. This is right here where it starts rolling back. Now this trailer is stretched out to 60 foot right now, so the track works okay when you're stretched out to 60. Works best when you're up to 50 or so, just because when it's stretched out this far, you really need to put a bungee cord around it so it doesn't fall down. It's just too long, and you couldn't put it back further because then it starts to, it was just too long. That's why the factory didn't have it this way. When you're stretching out only, like, 4 or 5 clicks, 6 clicks, By the way, these holes are every 2 foot everywhere throughout the whole trailer. I have them marked really nice and it's stretched out. There's 60s right in there. It's not all the way out. It just needs to go just a little bit further. Goes back together, goes out all the way, does not bind up anywhere with no issues. To release the pins, all I have to do is push this button right here, and that just pulls the pins out. The pins are nice, greased, no issues. This is how the track looks when you're stretched out to 50 foot. There's only a small section hanging out. Everything else is inside the beam. It works beautiful. So for 99% of your loads, you'll never worry about connecting the air to it or anything. Just pull the pins out and stretch out. If you need to stretch out to 60 foot, just put a little bungee cord around it. Or use the system the way it's from the factory. I did not get rid of that. It's just a secondary way of doing it. I left it as a way to do it. This rust right here, flakes of rust. I don't know if the factory did it or if the previous owner put it on, but you see that diamond plate on top? It has oval holes that go all the way through the beams. And they just covered these holes up like that. But that plate has got a couple spots where it's rusting out on the actual plate underneath, and that's where you get your flakes of rust from. The actual beams themselves are clean, no rust. They're not, they're even. They're not sanded down against the pavement or anything. You see these oval holes? It has the same holes like that on top of the trailer. So I don't know if that came from the factory or if the previous owner did that.